music with you makes me feel good. Feeling the love and connection. Ik speel muziek graag met jou. Het voelt zo goed. Liefde klinkt door de verbinding. Feeling the love and connection. with you makes me feel good. Feeling the love and connection. Ik speel muziek graag met jou. Het voelt zo goed. Liefde klinkt door de verbinding.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to WorldJam 82.
And
Can
it's
you
a very
believe it?
special one.
It's a very special one. I am Chris Rimple, and my lovely co-host next to me. Please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Miriam Smith. I'm from the Netherlands.
And I'm from Seattle, Washington, halfway around the planet.
And we're hosting today this second anniversary WorldJam. Can you imagine? It's 2 years.
2 amazing years of live music on an almost weekly basis, brought to you by volunteers around the world. For today's show, we've got almost 2 hours of live music. This is all live, everyone. We've got 42 performers 84 total appearances by musicians. There's 14 volunteers backstage bringing you this whole show. And all of our songs, oddly enough, it just worked out this way, are being performed from a single studio this week. Every group is performing from Studio London. So it'll be a UK-based show.
Yeah, like it was in the early days, right?
Exactly.
All
how it
one
all started.
studio. And how
Back
it
in-
evolves.
Yes, how it has evolved for sure. So, we are going to bring on our first band to open the show. Can we have the folks that are performing first turn on their cameras and join us? Oh, here they come.
There they are.
Hello.
Hello, everyone. Welcome.
Hiya.
Hello.
A bunch of experienced WorldJam performers here to serenade us and get this show rolling. What are you going to open with today?
We're going to start with Last. We're going to start with Last Request, which is a Paolo Nutini song. And Phil, why are we doing this one?
Because we like it.
Because we like it.
For a better reason. Absolutely.
That's the best way.
For sure. All right. Well, please take it away.
Could I make one request before I start? One more last request before we get going, Chris? And
Sure.
that's just to say a quick hi to Alan and Linda Jones, who live opposite me. They're not musicians, but they have joined the show regularly over the 2 years. They sit there with their WorldJam t-shirts on, join in the programme, and really enjoy it. So thanks for watching. I'm sure there are lots of other people like Alan and Linda, but thanks for watching the show.
Wonderful. Well, take it away.
Slow down, lie down. Remember, it's just you and me. Don't sell out, bow out. Remember how it used to be. I just want you closer. Is that alright? Baby, let's get closer tonight. Grant my last request and just let me hold you. Don't shrug your shoulders. Lay down beside me. And sure, I can't accept that we're going nowhere. For one last time, let's go there. Lay down beside me. Oh, I found that I'm bound to wander down this one-way road. And I realize all about your lies, but I'm no wiser than the fool I was before. I just want you closer. Is that alright? Baby, let's get closer tonight. Grant my last request, just let me hold you. Don't shrug your shoulders. Lay down beside me. And sure, I can't accept that we're going nowhere. For one last time, let's go there. Lay down beside me. Oh, baby, baby, baby. Tell me how can this be wrong? Grant my last request and just let me hold you. Just shrug your shoulders. Lay down beside me. And sure, I can't accept that we're going nowhere. For one last time, let's go there. Oh, lay down beside me. And grant my last request. Just let me hold you. Don't shrug your shoulders. Lay down beside me. And sure, I can't accept that we're
Incredible. Oh, absolutely amazing. What a wonderful opening. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. And for the audience at home, just a reminder, what you're seeing is 100% live, streamed over the internet from the homes of the individual musicians that you see on screen right now. Technology that's finest. So thank you so much. Really, really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Sounded lovely, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Bye.
So I think a couple of you are sticking around. Maybe 3 of you have another song for us. Wonderful. Well, we won't delay any longer than you need, but we will mention while you're getting set up that the audience at home can see a map behind Miriam and I, and this shows every location from which we've had a WorldJam performer over the last 2 years. And if you're wondering why there's 34 on the equator, that's because it's performers who have not listed their location on our website, so we don't know where they were at. But you can see that we have had people as far to the west, I guess, as Alaska, and as far to the east as St. Petersburg, Russia, and across a wide, wide span of the globe. If you are all ready, why don't you serenade us with your next song?
I have a voice, started out as a whisper, turned into a scream, made a beautiful noise, shoulder to shoulder marching in the street. When you're all alone, it's a quiet breeze, and when you're band together, it's a choir of thunder and rain. Now we have a choice, 'cause I have a voice.
I'm not living to die. Don't stand in a wasteland, look at me in the eye. Stop living a lie and stand up next to me. You've got to put one foot in front of another, with a hand in a hand holding on to each other. Go on and rejoice, 'cause you have a voice.
It is loud, it is clear, it is stronger than your fear. It's believing you belong, it's for calling out the wrong. From the silence of my sisters to the violence of my brothers, we can rage against the river, feel the pain of another. I have a voice, I have a voice, and I let it speak to the ones who aren't yet really free. It's killing me. No one is saying what we need to hear, and I will not let silence win. But when I see all the pain our people are in, there's no other choice, 'cause I have a voice.
It is loud, it is clear, it is stronger than your fear. It's believing you belong, it's for calling out the wrong. From the mouths of our mothers to the lips of our daughters, we can rage. It's like a brother speaking loud like our fathers. We can hear. Can you hear us? Can you hear us now?
I have a voice. It started out as a whisper, turned into a scream, made a beautiful noise, shoulder to shoulder marching in the street. When you're all alone, it's a quiet breeze, and when you're band together, it's a choir of thunder and rain. Now we have a choice, 'cause I have a voice.
Now we have a choice, 'cause I have a voice.
Now we have a choice, 'cause I have a voice.
Wow. What a
Thank you,
lovely
Simon.
song.
Thank you,
What's that?
Caroline.
Thank you.
Nailed it, guys.
What a great performance.
Yes.
Thank you.
And what a fragile song. And you performed it quite beautiful. Thank you.
It's a pleasure to accompany such a wonderful two-part harmony on that song. Really,
Thank
really
you
nice,
so
girls.
Really lovely.
Thank you so
Absolutely
much.
amazing. And you're getting a lot of love on the internet. The folks watching at home, just compliments galore. Just 3 to make, again, a lovely song. Absolutely beautiful. Goosebumps. All kinds of positive comments. So thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
Really
Thank
do.
you
Thank
very
Very
much.
much enjoyed that.
Thank you.
Good rest of the
Wonderful,
show.
wonderful start.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye for now.
All right. Thank you all. So, before we move on, would like to ask any of our musicians who might happen to be in studio at the moment who don't perform in the next song to please leave Studio London. We might have an extra person or two hanging out in there at the moment. We have a whole slew of songs coming up, of course, over the next hour and a half or so. But before we move on, just thought we'd share a little bit about history of WorldJam. So you may or may not know this, but the first few WorldJams were not streamed live. The first live stream was actually broadcast on March 28th, 2020, and there were just 20 musicians at that time performing. When it all started, the organizers imagined that it might last 3 months. This was at the beginning of the COVID pandemic. But COVID itself, as well as the efforts of the volunteers and the many performers, have caused it to grow, be maintained, and to live on in all of its glory over the last years. We've got another group of musicians, I think, ready to go. Miriam, who's joining us?
Well, we have a group that is performing from a Dutch saxophonist. So it's Lily Was Here. And
Wonderful.
there they are.
Yes.
And of course
Hiya.
we can't do without Roger then. Because the saxophone man here. And we have Walter, Nick, Peter again. We're going to see a lot of you there today.
I'm in exactly the same place I was 2 years ago for the very first one.
Oh, really?
Even before we live streamed it. Yeah.
That's nice. And we have Stuart and Walter. So go on, guys. We love to hear this one.
Bye.
Wow, good one. You nailed it, Roger.
Thanks.
Yes. Absolutely incredible. Love it. Great synchronization, by the way. That's not an easy piece to play and keep all of you together when you're in different locations. So very, very well done. Thank you so much for that. Really appreciate it. We'll bring out another group here in just a minute, but given that it is our second anniversary, we want to share information about the past and the future, of course. Here's a little comparison. WorldJam 52 was our 1-year anniversary a year ago. At the time, we'd seen the performance of 930 songs by 655 artists, and the most played artist at that point was Queen with 11 songs. And now, after 2 years, Queen still leads the ranks with 18 songs having been played, closely followed by Pink Floyd and by Garbage, and then a long, long list of others. In total, we've seen almost 1,400 songs performed on the WorldJam in the last 2 years, over 500 performers, and over 10,000 minutes of live streamed music in 2 years. Absolutely incredible. Yeah, who could have predicted this back when it all started 2 years ago? So
thank you for all that fact-checking. That's really nice.
Well, I can't take all the credit. Some of the backstage crew helped pull some statistics from our website as well. It would be fun to share. We have another map behind us. I'm not quite sure what this one is showing, but it does appear to be another view of... Oh, I see. It's a bigger view of all the places from which we've had performers. I see now that it's zoomed out a bit. There's it looks like Australia as well, and is Iceland really, or Greenland? I mean, I guess that's possible. But
all is possible.
now they've switched us to another map, and I think we're zooming in to show the performers for this week. Oh no, I'm being told by our director that the first time we started taking statistics was WorldJam number 9, almost 2 years ago, and this is the map from that show, so many, many months back.
Who could imagine?
Yeah, who could imagine? Well, and interestingly enough, here we are 2 years later, and it just turns out randomly that all of our bands happen to be playing out of Studio London.
Yeah,
so,
let's bring in the next one, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
If you can turn on your cameras and join us here in the studio.
And there's Martin.
Yes, Kathy and her friends.
Yeah.
I can imagine we're going to get to hear some wonderful jazz.
Beers and Tom. And then...
You don't. What was that, Kathy? You don't know if it's
I'm
wonderful?
not sure. I'm not sure if it's too jazzy this week, but
Oh, well, that's
it's
okay.
always good.
It's always good. Exactly. It's always good.
Well,
so please just take it away.
The summer.
Summertime dress for fall.
So smooth, so wonderfully smooth.
And of
Love
course,
it.
yeah, always lovely singing, Kathy.
Yes.
Oh, thank
Always
you.
so good to hear you.
Oh, thank you so much.
Absolutely. And a ton of love coming from the internet, as you might imagine, for the whole band. Of course, for Kathy singing. Just takes us to summer a few months early. Really, thank you for that, especially for those of us in the colder climates right now. We could use a little summer.
And you're staying with us.
We're staying, but we're going to change our backdrop for this one. I think I'm getting hoarse. I don't know.
We noticed that this one looks like an original, right?
Yes, I
And
think.
it's from Martin. Can you please tell us, Martin?
Yeah, earlier on last year, I think, we did an original song by
down.
myself and a friend of mine called David Easter, who writes, prolific writer of poetry. And he wrote this one some time ago. And I just thought it would be quite nice to do it on the second birthday. And it's got really nice words. It's quite poignant, and there's history behind it, which I'm not going to go into it at the moment, but it's a very moving song. And we actually entered it for a song competition. We didn't win it, but we got sort of up there, so to speak. So we just thought we'd do it on live on WorldJam.
I was
there you go.
already curious about this one, but now I'm extra. So we love to hear this one.
Okie dokie.
Nobody sees you when you hide away. Nobody sees you crying all day. The world goes around the same old way. So take my hand, we'll make it through. Ain't nobody stronger than me and you. Nobody knows it when you're all alone. Nobody sees you ignoring the phone. The world goes along the same old way. So take my hand and let them see there's nobody stronger than you.
you should have won the contest. I don't know who else played there, but you should have won it definitely.
Absolutely. Amazing stuff.
Thanks,
Amazing.
and thanks again to David Easter, who hopefully will be watching this show, but he was round while we were rehearsing it and was amazed by all this tech. Sure he didn't understand it, but it was great fun performing it. Thanks again.
For sure.
You
Beautiful,
did a
beautiful
very,
song.
very good job. Thank you.
Thank you
all.
for sharing.
Okay.
Absolutely amazing. So for those of you watching at home, you might wonder, can I be a part of that? And the answer is yes, you can be on the show. Everything that we're doing here is done using free software called Jamulus, available for Windows, Mac, Linux, even mobile devices. You can go to our website, worldjam.vip, to learn more about how to get started and how to become a performer on the show. I'm curious, Miriam, how did you first learn about the WorldJam? Were you invited in by someone, or did you just happen across it?
No, I was invited by Marianne. She's not performing today, but she's performing a lot of times on WorldJam. And I think that's how it goes, right? Somebody you know is on WorldJam and has a lot of fun with it, and then ask somebody else, well, come join us. And then you wind up with 2 years of lovely musicians.
Exactly.
That's what happens.
Exactly. Well, why don't we invite in our next band, and while they're turning on their cameras, I'll share another statistic. In just the last year, in year 2 of WorldJam, we've had 130 new performers join us. Now, I'm not sure if any of those are in this particular group. I think many of these folks have been with us longer than a year. But that just shows you the power of WorldJam, that we're bringing in new musicians all the time and letting them experiment and bring us new songs, old songs. And so here's Angelique. What are you bringing us today?
Can you tell? Am I pointing?
Yeah,
I'm
I
probably
can, but our audience may not all know who that is, so perhaps you should share.
I've got a little angel or devil on my shoulder, depends. She can actually do both really well. It's Kate Bush again.
She can do anything she wants.
Yeah, ask Peter. This song is actually for him because he's asked me, like, I think 1.5 years ago to do this already.
Well, man, he's on most of the songs today, as it turns out.
He is.
Getting his time is difficult. You've got to queue up for quite a while.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
So we're looking forward to this, guys.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Do you want to know what song it is?
Of course.
Okay, Jurjen is going to say it.
Babushka.
That has a nice ring to it.
It does, for sure. Well, let's hear it then.
Okay. Oh, what am I doing? There goes my lyrics. Just a second. Yes. She wanted to test her husband. She knew exactly what to do. A pseudonym to fool him. She couldn't have made a worse move. She sent him scented letters, and he received them with a strange delight. Just like his wife, and how she was before the tears. And how she was before the years flew by. And how she was when she was beautiful. She signed a letter, all yours. Babushka, 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 yeah, yeah. All yours. Babushka, 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 yeah, yeah. She wanted to take it further, so she arranged a place to go, and to see if he would fall for her incognito. And when he laid eyes on her, he got the feeling they had met before. Uncanny how she reminds him of his little lady. Capacity to give him all he like his wife before she freezed on him, just like his wife when she was beautiful. He shouted out, I'm all yours, babushka, 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 yeah, yeah. All yours, babushka, 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 yeah, yeah. All yours, babushka, 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 yeah, yeah. Babushka, 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 yeah, yeah. Babushka, 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 yeah, yeah. Babushka, 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 yeah, yeah.
Wow. Great song. Lovely, guys.
All that broken glass cost a fortune.
Are your children breaking that?
My daughter did offer. She volunteered,
Yeah.
But I was like, no, it's
Could
too costly. If we do that, we can't come to Jamping because then all our money's like spoiled on glassware. So Jurjen saved the day.
Yeah, I sacrificed our aunties.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it sounded great. Not only the breaking glass, of course.
Are you happy,
sounded great.
Peter?
Yeah.
Feel very fulfilled right now. Yes.
You guys
Lots
did a
of love
great
on the
job.
internet.
Yeah, well, I just want to say just a special thing to Ton. Guys, really, take a look at that bass. Do you see Ton's bass?
Yes, exactly. Getting a lot of love on the internet for that in particular.
Ton, do you want to explain how special that bass is?
My bass is, excuse me, the mic. My brother is an instrument builder. He's 27 years ago. He built this fretless bass for me.
Wow.
27 years old now, eh? Dus
It's lovely.
It's handmade,
Yeah, it's
fretless bass by my brother.
Yeah.
And you
Wow.
play it so well.
Thank you.
Absolutely. It's amazing. Angelique, it looks like you might have a new microphone too. Is that true?
I do. I do. Thank you for noticing. It's like my new baby. It's
kind of shiny on the camera.
It's even more pretty from.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
I like it. Sorry.
Well, and you can sing AC/DC with it as well.
No, I'm not. Actually, I'm going to change my mic for that. This one is like, if I want to sing AC/DC, I'm going to have to sit here.
Okay.
Okay. That
So
seems
I-
like your next song is quite removed from your first.
Yes. Also, can we just pretend I'm not here for a minute, and then I can change my background and
sure.
stuff.
Sure.
So just
Why
talk
don't
to
we-
each other. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll bring in the rest of
Yeah.
the band.
Talk-
you get ready.
yeah,
So
talk amongst
those of
yourself.
you
Yeah.
performing the next song, feel free to turn your cameras on and join us.
You turned up then,
You
Parker.
look cool with that glasses. Can you?
Oh, yes.
Got to turn up. Always turn up.
Oh,
whether
turn up, yeah. Have you learned how to play it yet?
I was going to say, have you learnt how to play those drums yet?
Not in time. No, not in time. I'll beat you to it, Nobby.
That's why we have him on so many songs. He gets lots of practice.
I've had lessons. I've learnt how to pack it from the bag.
Okay, I just got kicked out of Zoom.
Oh no!
Wait, but I was prepared because this always happens when I change my background. So.
Okay.
Hey, and I see with Roger, or Roger, I must say. I see you.
Roger's got the same colour shirt as his
Yes.
background, so he's disappearing.
See him full stop.
Take it off, Roger. Take it off. Take it off.
Somebody's taking over, I think.
Off.
Can you introduce yourself? Can you speak?
Oh, I already did a few songs, but I'm Isa.
Yeah. Well, so good to have you here again.
Absolutely. Welcome. And it looks like there's Angelique. She's rejoined us.
Hey.
Got her technical difficulties solved. So
yes.
If you're all ready, please serenade us.
through the hard cell. Now the reason why. Getting old, getting gray, getting ripped off from the pain, getting soul, getting hand. That's how it goes. Playing in the band, it's a long way to the top if you wanna rock and roll. It's a long way to the top if you wanna rock and roll. If you think it's easy on a stage and screen, look out, it's rough and mean. It's a long way to the top if you wanna rock and roll. Yeah, it's a long way to the top if you wanna rock and roll. It's a long way. Yeah, 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 it's a long way. It's a long way. Oh, such a long way. Give it to me, baby.
Wow. You sure lost some energy.
Peter has to change his shirt now. Is it wet?
Oh yes, darling. I've never been so wet.
Oh,
Okay,
boy.
ouch.
Family
Oh,
show,
oh,
people.
boy.
Family show.
Oh, t-shirt. It's what you read into it, nothing to do with me.
Fair. That is fair. Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. Amazing.
This was a last minute thing, basically. This
Really?
Was, yeah. This was like to celebrate the spirit of WorldJam, 2-year anniversary. You just come up with a song and you try and play it.
Go for it.
And go for it.
Yeah.
Right on. That's great. So any rehearsals before today?
It's just one.
One. Just one. Just
Well.
tossed it together. No big deal.
You nailed it.
Yeah, Nobby came in this morning on backing vocals.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Just stepped in.
One
As you
rehearsal
do.
about
Yeah,
half
we
an
didn't
hour
ask
ago,
him,
yeah.
he just turned up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as is the way.
That sounds right.
Yeah. So he kind of crashed the party, so I'm going to crash his party next.
Rules are meant to be broken.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
So you can take the lead on the next one, right, Nobby?
Yep.
For sure.
And
All right.
well done, Isa. Well done.
Yes.
Yes.
Well done.
Great job,
Yes,
Isa.
yes. Congratulations. Wonderful.
Isa also
Very
stepped in today.
Yeah, we'll see you on stage
Really?
at Jamping.
Yeah.
Sure will.
For sure.
Great
So-
fun all.
While those of you from AC/DC step away, and those of you that are joining us from Bongo Monkeys, go ahead and turn on your cameras. I'll explain a little bit more about what Peter was mentioning. As you might imagine, over 2 years with many of the same volunteers and musicians and performers, there's been a community that's developed around the WorldJam. We call it the Jamily, and it really has been a supportive environment for many of us throughout the pandemic, not just related to music, but any aspects of our lives. There have been a few in-person meetings at various locations, and there's one upcoming, I think, in a month, 2 months. What's the date on that? Sometime in April, right?
Yeah,
if I'm not
no,
mistaken.
in May, 26th.
Oh, in May. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's in May. And there's folks coming from around the world to participate in this weekend camping event. I'm sure much music will be played live and in person. For many of those participants, it might be the first time they've ever met face-to-face. So just another wonderful thing that has come from the WorldJam and from all of us being here.
We're looking very much forward to it, I think. And we are also looking forward to the next song.
Yes, we are. Nobby, you're still here with us, as is Angelique. Tell us what you're going to do.
We're doing 2 songs. We're going to do 2 songs straight through. Angelique, for the first one, is an honorary monkey tonight. and it is our take on American gun laws. Sorry, Chris.
It's all good. I probably agree with you more than I agree with American gun laws. So
that's fair enough. So yeah, it's a little bit deep, but
okay.
And then we're just going full on rock thanks to Matt in the second one.
Sounds great. Well, please take it away.
Guns the ruler on the street, a right to bear, thus you preach. Science screeching, a siren sounds. There's another discharge, just several rounds. As another life just ebbs away, a sad commodity of life today, just adding to the grim statistics of lives eroded by ballistics. It's all too easy to pull the trigger, nervous twitch or itchy finger. Life is not a console game, society is not to blame. Life's a life and we have what should not be ended by a gun. Guns are easy to obtain, to commit a family to the pain of the taking of another life, a parent, child, husband or wife. A life is not disposable. The loss of one, it's emotional. The victim seeing no tomorrow, those that take the only sorrow. Oh, it's all too easy to pull the trigger, nervous twitch or itchy finger. Life is not a console game, society is not to blame. Life's a life and we have one, should not be ended by a gun. Color don't matter, black or white. All our blood is the same, life's a lie. When will the penny finally drop? That all this bloodshed has to stop. It's all too easy to pull the trigger, nervous twitch or itchy finger. Life is not a console game, society is not to blame. Life's a life and we have what should not be ended by a gun. No, no, no. It's all too easy to pull the trigger, nervous twitch or itchy finger. Life is not a console game, society is not to blame. Life's a life and we have what should not be ended by. No, it should not be ended by a gun.
Quebec.
Thank you, Angelique.
song has 2 new performers on it.
The whiskey and the sleeping
We'll save any talk about Dave and Victor until a little bit later. When you go, yeah, sure, that makes sense.
I cannot steal. I don't know what it means, but I'm so far away from that falling shoe that it is in the land of free. Oh, 3 a.m. Yeah, we meet again.
Yes, no, White Shade of Pale is the next song. Oh, you're gonna leave while making plans on. Yep, okay. Yes. Yep. Okay. Hey, Mark. Somebody's saying in Discord that host chatter is being broadcast right now. Super tight. Loved it. And I have to say, personally, I enjoy the sentiment as well. So thank you for that. Great job, everybody. Really amazing stuff. And getting a lot of love from the internet, as you might imagine. A rip-roaring track, I think, sums it up well. Great stuff. So thank you so much.
Thanks, guys.
I appreciate it.
Thank
Wonderful
you so
job.
much.
Bye.
Bye-bye. See you next time.
So while we introduce our next performers into the studio, those of you on the next song are welcome to join us and turn on your cameras. It appears to me, Miriam, is it true we have a couple new performers on the next song? So Whiter Shade of Pale, folks, please turn on your cameras and join us here so we can hear your music. Okay, I'm not sure why, but we're not seeing any of the performers. Here they come.
Hello!
There's Dave. All right, here they come. Good. We've had a couple small technical difficulties today, but again, it's live music on the internet, people. What more could you ask for, right?
I saw behind the drums. He is new.
Yes. Yeah, we have. We're a bit UK centric this week, but I'm glad to say we've got two newbies. The only two newbies this week. One from Germany, along with two other Germans, and Gaetan from Canada, from Montreal in Canada.
Excellent.
Great.
Dave, it looks like maybe one of your band members doesn't have their video on yet. I only see 4, not 5. Here we go. Ah, yes. I think that's a beautiful red Nord, if I'm not mistaken.
No, it's a Hammond.
Well, big Nord fan here. So.
Oh, the red one, yeah.
Yes, the red one. Welcome, welcome. So, Dave, I'm told by our director that I should ask, are you going to be singing the unrecorded but mysterious and fun live third verse, or will this just be the 2-verse?
No, we're just going to be singing the classic 2-verse.
The classic recorded
version. The classic 2-verse version, yeah.
Excellent.
Of a song from 1967 labelled as baroque pop because of its Bach-like tones.
Excellent. Well, welcome newbies and those of you who've performed before. Why don't you take it away?
And this, of course, is a tribute to Gary Brooker, who died a few weeks ago.
Ready, guys?
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4.
We skip the line.
amazing.
Thank you.
So nice to have some new performers on the show, of course. Welcome, welcome. And so well done with the latency. Dave, explain again, how far apart are some of the members of your performers here, the band?
90 seconds.
Well, yeah, exactly. We've got Gaetan in Canada, who's probably between 90 and 100 milliseconds behind us. So for him to keep up is just absolutely magical, particularly for a first time on WorldJam. So thanks, Gaetan. That was absolutely magical.
It's harder to follow all the instruction and go on the right side.
Yeah, and I know you had some technical problems on the way, so well done. Absolutely brilliant.
You did a great job. And may I add, it's very nice to see you perform because you put so much enthusiasm in it. So it was very lovely to see.
Yeah, and well done to Tom Fasco as well from Germany.
For sure, welcome both of you. Please come back, do more.
Surely,
we need more newbies.
Yeah,
we love new performers. So thank you again.
Thanks, everyone.
We'll move on to our next song. I think we have some folks joining us to perform a song by XTC, and while they're turning their video, for those of you at home, the map behind Miriam and I is actually showing the distance between the performers from the last song, from Canada all the way over to London and beyond. So it is possible to play with musicians from other parts of the world through the technology that we're using. So feel free to check it out.
So don't
Even
be
if you're a
afraid to
newbie.
join.
Yep, it's not hard to get started. Go to worldjam.vip and you can learn all about it.
And there are a lot of people helping that will be able to help you out and want to help you out. So please join if you're looking forward to this one.
Absolutely. So, John Parker.
Hi there. All right.
Hello, sir. Welcome back. And tell us why you've chosen this particular song. I'm a huge XTC fan, so I'd love to.
I think you might have to ask Marco because he actually came up with this himself.
So,
yes, because it's an awesome song.
It is an awesome song. I do
very
agree.
Little known band.
Also, the people in this band came from 20 miles away from me in Swindon.
Oh, really?
It's probably the most famous band ever from Swindon.
From Swindon, yes. One would have, certainly in America, I can say that, yes, of all the bands that we've heard of from Swindon, this is certainly one of them.
I think Dozy, Beaky, Mick and Titch also came from Swindon, but do you remember them?
Yes.
No.
Yes. Might not have been big in the States, or at least not where I live. But, well, please, show us how it's done.
Thank you very much. what's best for him. Nigel just needs his helping hand. We're only making plans for him. And if young Nigel says he's happy, he must be happy, he must be happy, he must be happy in his world. We're only making plans for Nigel. We only want what's best for him. We only making plans for Nigel. Nigel just needs his helping hand. We're only making plans for Nigel. He has his future in a British steel. Steel, 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 yeah. We're only making plans for Nigel. We're only making plans for Nigel. We're only making plans for Nigel. Nigel, Nigel. Nigel, 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 Nigel.
Wonderful. Doing Swindon proud, no question about it. Thank you.
Bless him.
Love it.
Sarah's from Swindon, actually, Sarah Anstey.
Oh,
so
I
she'll
didn't
like
realize
that. And
Okay,
Brian.
sure. She probably grew up with the music, so wonderful.
If she can remember it, she's a bit younger than that.
She is, that's true.
Thank you very much for having us. What a brilliant band.
Thank you for being here. Great playing all around. Wonderful love on the internet, as you might imagine. So thank you all so much.
Thank you very much. See you later. Bye.
Have a great day. So the audience at home might notice that I'm alone on in the broadcast booth here. My co-host has stepped aside because she's going to be joining us on the next song, performing.
Hey.
And we can see her here on screen. Why don't you bring in the rest of your band? And while they turn on their cameras, I will remind everyone that there is merchandise available for the WorldJam. You can go to worldjam.vip and you can buy shirts. And I want to make a special mention of a shirt that Peter West is wearing today. He's showing it to us in his view. This is a design created in memory of two WorldJam performers that we've lost in the last year, David Stenshell and Victor Reptoid, both very prolific performers who we love and miss dearly, literally each on possibly more than 100 songs over the course of the last 2 years. Very, very active in the community. Victor did a lot of volunteerism behind the scenes as well. And so very sorry that they're not with us, but we have this wonderful commemorative t-shirt that combines images important to both of their lives. And so if you're looking for that, you will find it on the website. I see Roger has it as well as his background. He was pointing to it a moment ago. So again,
Nick is.
worldjam.vip.
How you doing, Rog?
It's Nick.
So it's Nick. Hello,
It's
Nick.
a funny shaped saxophone, Nick.
Yeah, it is. That's right. New style of wind instrument. Anyway, Nick has it, and there's that and much, much more that you can find at our website if you're interested. So now, Miriam, you're behind a different microphone. What is it that you and the gang are going to perform for us today?
Well, we're going to do a very true one. It's the thin line between love and hate.
Excellent
And,
Pretender song.
Yeah,
Yes.
and Karsten put us up to it. So
so we know who's to blame.
yeah, we know who's to blame.
Exactly.
And
All
at the
right,
last minute, I got Sophie to do the backing vocals. So
another last-minute addition.
Another last-minute addition. But,
great. Well, Sophie, glad that you're here.
We like the last-minute challenges.
Yeah, we
sure.
certainly do.
For sure. Well, please take it away.
Okay.
It's a thin line between love and hate. It's a thin line between love and hate. It's 5 o'clock in the morning and you're just getting in. You knock on the door. The voice sweet and low says, "Who is it?" She opened up the door and let you in. Never once said, "Where have you been?" She says, "Are you hungry? Did you eat yet? Let me hang up your coat and pass me your head." All the time she is smiling, never once raises a voice. It's 5 o'clock in the morning and you don't give it a second choice. It's a thin line between love and hate. It's a thin line between love and hate. It's a thin line between love and hate. It's a thin line, yes it is, between love and hate. The sweetest woman in the world could be the meanest woman in the world if you make her that way. You keep hurting her and she could be quiet. She might be holding something inside her really gonna hurt you one day. I see you in the hospital, bandage from foot to head, in a state of shock, just a march from being dead. You could believe this girl would do something like this. You didn't think the girl had the nerves, but here you are. I guess actions speak louder than words. It's a thin line between love and hate. It's a thin line between love and hate. It's a thin line, yes it is, between love and hate. It's a thin line between love and
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Loving it. You did it proud for sure.
Big
all of you.
stage.
Great job. So I think, unless I'm mistaken, at least one of you is sticking around. But she's left already. Sophie.
I'll be back.
Do you want to come back?
I have to change my screen.
Oh, we've got Arnold Schwarzenegger with us. I'll be back.
Oh, yes, exactly. Well, so why don't, since everybody jumped away before we really got a chance to talk, why don't we bring in the next group? I think it's Sophie and just one other. Peter, are you on this song?
No,
because you're not listed. All right. Welcome, sis. Sophie
Hello.
says she's on the way.
I'm
Here
back.
she comes. There she
I'm
is.
sorry.
Oh, it's totally okay. Not a problem. Live music, people. Live on the internet from our homes. What more could you ask for on a Saturday evening, or in case a Saturday morning? So Sophie, tell us about this song. Did you choose it?
Well, actually, it's. I know Nick was telling me a lot of times that he so loved this song from Beth Hart, My California. And he told us so much, and I said to Sis, come, let's surprise Nick. So it's basically a surprise for Nick that you sing this song.
Nick.
It is.
Yeah,
and yeah, if you have good friends, then you just want to give them presents. And that's one of our presents to him. And it's a beautiful song from Beth Hart, and it's from the period that she was really addicted. And she had a friend, Scott. She's married with him now. And he stood by her side, just in all times, good times, bad times. So.
Well, I'm sure it's wonderful. Please, take it away.
Calling California, is there anybody home? Hello California, won't you please pick up the phone? I wanna say I love you, but I'm a million miles away. And I am thinking of you, I miss you and the lake. But for you and you alone, I lay my monsters down, and we watch the sun come up over California. For you and you alone, I'll find my way back home, and I love you like the sun loves California. You're my California. Well, I have made you suffer, left you waiting in the rain, while I was chasing demons through the deserts of my pain. You know me better than the poisons in my veins. So my love, remember when God forgets my name. For you and you alone, I lay my monsters down, and we watch the sun come up over California. For you and you alone, I'll find my way back home, and I love you like the sun loves California. You're my California. I wanna watch the ocean breathe and let the waves wash over me. I leave my winters in the sand. Hey, California, California. For you and you alone, I lay my monsters down, and we watch the sun come over California. For you and you alone, I find my way back home, and I love you like the sun loves California. You're my California.
my California. La lo, la lo, la lo. Yeah, 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 yeah. Lo, la lo, la lo, lo, la lo, la lo. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Oh, incredible.
That is really wonderful.
Yes, absolutely.
Good job, Sis and Sophie.
Thank you, thank
Yeah,
you.
really great job. I hate to admit this, I'm not familiar with this artist's work. I'd never heard this song before, but now I'm going to have to go give it a listen because you've done
Yeah.
such a wonderful job, done so much justice to it here. I have to
She have really-
check out her
it's a lot
catalog.
yeah, she's a lot of songs like this. She can be really harsh but also very, very sensitive.
I love that.
Wonderful. Yeah, yeah. Great job. Thank you both. Really
Thank you
appreciate
very
it.
much.
Well, I think as you step away and we bring in the next band, I imagine they're going to pick up the pace a little bit with the next song from what I see on our list. So Simon White and the gang, why don't you turn on your cameras for us?
There you are.
And since I screwed it up before, I might as well refer to Roger as Nick in this instance. Nick with the saxophone.
Exactly.
Excellent. So, Simon, did you choose this one?
No. I didn't actually. No, it was Peter, I believe.
Yes. Yeah,
Right.
I think it was a dark and dreary day at the time. It's been so sunny the last few days, it sort of hasn't been appropriate. But it's like I just suddenly felt there ain't no sunshine. But okay, that's not in context of the song, admittedly. But
Well, great. On that happy note.
But it's been lovely the last few days. Had a kids' party next door. So many 5-year-olds you couldn't believe it. And anybody who hasn't yet got kids that age, you've got something to look forward to, I can tell you.
For sure.
Fortunately, I've never had kids that age. So I've never had to deal with it, other than other people's. I've got grandkids that age.
Gotcha. Well, please, let's hear it.
Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. It's not warm when she's away. 'Cause there ain't no sunshine when she's gone. She's always gone too long. Anytime she goes away. Wonder this time where she's gone. Wonder if she's gonna stay. 'Cause there ain't no sunshine when she's gone. This house is just a home. Anytime she goes away. I know, 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 I know. And leave something alone. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Oh, the darkness everywhere. There ain't no sunshine when she's gone. This house just ain't no home. Anytime she goes away. Anytime she goes away. Anytime she goes away. Anytime she goes away. Anytime she goes away.
Oh yes. Oh yes. So well done.
Thank you.
Love it.
Real
Love it. Love it.
smooth.
Yes. Very, very smooth. Great playing all around. Wonderful sax. Thank you for that. I have to ask, because I guess I've just not seen this before. I wasn't paying enough attention. Tell me about that drum instrument that you're playing.
It's an alternate mode trap cat, made in the
Interesting.
good old US of A.
Okay. It's flat?
It's flat.
Very, very cool. Nice for when you don't have space for a full kit. That is
It's amazing.
yeah, that's good stuff. Well, thank you all so much. Feels a little more, a little brighter in here now, a little more sunshine in our lives. So thank you for bringing that. Really
Thank
appreciate
you so
it.
much.
Great job, everyone.
So
Thank you, everyone.
now,
Cheers.
something completely different, right?
Absolutely.
Yes.
I think that's one of the things I like most about WorldJam. In 2 hours, you see all kinds of music, from jazz to rock till well, everything in between that.
Yes,
So,
absolutely.
that's what I like about most of it.
Yep. In our 2 years on the air, we've seen choral groups, we've seen string quartets, we've seen all manner and all genre of music, and just continue to do so. Now, unless I'm mistaken, this should be a 4-piece, and I only see 3 people on video, so who
That's
are we
right.
missing?
There you go.
Yes. Thank you for
There he
joining us,
is.
Damon.
Back from the slopes.
Yeah.
Damon.
Yes.
You couldn't do without drums, right?
Would be harder for sure.
Very hard.
So Simon, who chose this one?
So this was, I think, me, but we were playing a song by Rancid a few weeks ago, and we were talking in rehearsals and stuff, and we said, well, we should keep on doing a bit more of this kind of higher energy, punky, new wave style stuff. And it turns out we're all pretty big fans of the Jam, who were massive in the mid-'80s in the UK.
Yes.
I don't know if they ever made it that big in the US, but Paul Weller, obviously you know of, who was their lead singer. So they were a 3-piece. So we're doing this as a 4-piece because there's some organ in it. And so I'm filling in for part of Paul Weller on the vocals, and the other part of Paul Weller is obviously John Parker. We've got Bruce Foxton, aka Marco Rossetto, on the bass, and Rick Buckler, aka Damon, on the drum set.
Wonderful.
Let's
Well,
hear
I'm
it.
huge Jam fan, so please show us what you've got.
Okay.
There's something of the quiet life, 'cause someone will never know. And I keep running for the runway bus, 'cause those rosy days are few. Well, stop apologizing for the things you've never done. 'Cause time is short, life is cruel, but it's up to us to change. Down the valleys. Rows and rows of tissues, milk floats, starting in the dairy yard, and hundred lonely housewives got gentle milk bottles to their hearts, hanging out their old love letters on the line to dry. It's enough to make you stop believing when tears come fast and furious in a town called Valiant. Yeah, yeah. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-da-ba. Struggle after struggle, year after year. The atmosphere's a fine blend of ice, and I'm almost so cold dead in a town called Valiant. All belief in Sunday's roast beef gets dashed against the co-op. Try to cut down on beer or the kids' new gear. It's a big decision, it's a town called Madness. Ooh yeah. Ghost of a street train echoes down my track. It's in the moment bound for nowhere, just going round and round. Oh, kids creaking swings, plus laughter in the breeze. I could go on for hours and I probably will, but I'd sooner put the joy back in and it's time called Valiant. Yeah, yeah. The town called Valiant. Ooh, yeah. The town called Valiant. Ooh, yeah. The town called Valiant. Ooh, yeah. The town called Valiant.
Yes.
Nice one, Simon.
Thank you.
Yes.
Well
Absolutely.
done. Great backing band. That woke you up, didn't it?
For sure. Yeah. You are welcome to bring all of that to every show if you would like. More jam, more anything like it. Rancid too, for that matter.
Yeah. Oh, it's all. There's plenty more where that came from.
Beautiful. Yes. 3-chord heroes, please bring it on.
Okay.
Love that stuff. Well, thank you all, and we will move on to what I'm sorry to say is the last song of the show. Already.
Yeah.
It's hard to imagine. So much time has flown by with so much music performed. But why don't we welcome into the studio our last group, Claire and the Gang. It looks like it's a pretty large number of performers. I'm also seeing messages that indicate to me that we have a few additional backing vocalists who may or may not be listed on the sound engineer's art. So please be aware that a few of the performers might be adding backing vocals who were not listed.
And I'm not sure, but I thought I see Jazz, but I don't think that's Jazz. I think it's Peter again.
He's very still.
Who are you trying to fool?
Peter says Jazz looks like Peter, and it's very still.
So it can't be Peter, right?
Probably
If it's still, it can't be Peter.
It's Peter with the car. We haven't seen Peter with the car this show, so maybe it's not really Peter.
I think it's Jazz. He's fooling us all.
Well, Claire, whose idea was this?
Carsten's actually, but I think he was doing a bit of mind reading because I'd been wanting to do this one for quite a while, so.
Oh, there's Peter with the car joining us briefly. And
there's Peter on there as well.
Frame as well. That's right. Still life of Peter. It's a new thing.
Wouldn't be the same without him.
For sure. All right. Well, if you're all ready, we're certainly ready. Please take it away.
1, 2, 1.
It's funny how I find myself in love with you. If I could find my running. I pay to lose. One half won't do. And I've asked myself, how much do you commit yourself? Oh, it's my life. Don't you forget. Oh, it's my life. It never Funny how I blind myself. I never knew. If I was sometimes played upon, afraid to lose. Oh, tell myself, what good do you convince myself? Oh, it's my life. Don't you forget. Oh, it's my life. It never And I've asked myself, how much do you convince yourself? Oh, it's my life. Don't you forget. Caught in the crowd. It never ends. Oh, it's my life. Don't you forget. Caught in the crowd. It never ends. Oh, it's my life. Don't you forget. Caught in the crowd. It never
Wow, what a great way to end the show.
Happy anniversary.
Yeah, thank you.
You sound just like Gwen Stefani.
He's not
Thank
wrong.
you.
You really cover her voice very well.
Thank you very much.
Nicely done, everybody. Great.
You were brilliant, guys.
Amazing
Thank you.
synthesizers and bass, too. They really fit together well. You guys picked some nice tones for those.
Agreed. Brilliant band.
Enjoyed it. Yes.
Loved it. Great fun.
Excellent. Thank you all. Lots of love on the internet, of course, as you might imagine. People digging the song choice, and the performance was great. So thank you all.
Pete looked awesome.
Pete looked fab.
Peter was the standout among everyone, I think.
He did.
Somehow maintained completely still for the entire duration.
There he is! That's a shame.
My God, do they actually live in the same house?
There's two of them. My God, he's a twin.
Peter, thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. Well, thank you all.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See you next time.
Yeah, bye.
Bye-bye, guys.
Thanks for hosting.
It's been our pleasure. Well, Miriam, thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
being
It was
here.
so much fun hosting with you. So
Absolutely.
We should do it again.
We certainly should. For those of you at home, just want to send a shout out, remind you, check the website, worldjam.vip. Want to thank all of our volunteers that have made this possible. I think we've had about 15 people backstage during today's show. And finally, just Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Mary.
No. I was just, only saying that if you want to join, not only as a musician but also backstage, we can always use new volunteers. It's
For
a lot
sure.
of work, but it's a lot of fun. So step in, step up, and join the gang.
Absolutely. We've got another World Jam coming up on Sunday, April 3rd.
Next week?
So, is it next week or
Yeah,
two?
that's
I guess
next
it's next week, yes. But it's on Sunday this week. We're alternating Saturdays and Sundays to make it a little easier for performers who are only available one day or the other. And so we hope to have you back in the audience in another week. And thank you all for joining us.
Thank you for a lovely show. Thanks to all the musicians, and we'll see you next time.
Yep. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Just one day.